Hi everybody, this is Rachelle with Grief Recovery with Rachelle, and today I was thinking about the concept of grieving alone. I've been seeing that a lot lately, and then I was able to look back and see so many different ways that I've used that concept for myself. And for example, when I found out that my dad had died by suicide, I would, as I said before, take my kids to school and do everything that I needed to do when everyone was around. But then I felt like when the house was empty and quiet and I was all by myself, then I could feel what I was feeling. And I just would sit still in this like fog with the sadness and this disbelief that he would leave the world before he ever knew me or before he ever knew my kids. And that really got me thinking about the concept of grieving alone. And then I was able to see some interesting ways that I've applied that to my living now as an adult with my kids unintentionally that I've had to go back and undo. For example, my little one, I can think of her sometimes acting up and just whining for ways that I don't understand, because parents, we all know that our kids whine sometimes and we don't understand. But I could hear myself this one time many months ago, I could hear myself saying, "If you're going to whine, go to your room." Or if she was crying, "If you're going to cry, go to your room and cry." Really saying, "I'm not comfortable with the feelings that you're having. Go have them by yourself." And what a terrible thing for me to say, right? What a terrible moment for me to realize that I'm teaching my children that they have to grieve alone. I should be their safe place. I should be the one who's helping them get through the moment that's making them sad or upset. Yet I was telling them, go handle that on your own. And I can just think back of the ways that I was taught those unintentionally, but that's how I was taught. So part of the program, of course, is relearning. It's an educational program, the Grief Recovery Method. It's an educational program to teach people proper ways to grieve, ways that are effective, ways that will actually make you feel better for the long term, not for the short term. And one of those concepts that we learn in the class is about grieving alone. That it's false, that we shouldn't be grieving alone. How many times have you seen someone have emotion and then run off to go handle their emotion and then come back when they've got it all back together again? Why do we do that? It's not helpful. And in fact, it really makes us not human. I mean, humans have emotion. We are made that way. I'd never met one who didn't have emotion. So if you find yourself being one of those people who runs away to grieve, to have emotion, rather than just be honest with where you are and what you're feeling, or if you maybe are teaching your kids to grieve alone, go away if you're going to have that type of emotion, perhaps there would be value for you in this program. That's just one of the many things that we get to learn, that we don't have to grieve alone, that we're able to be human and share our humanness with one another. So if you find that you're one of those people who might have things a little twisted inside of their mind simply because that's what you've always known to be true, that's something that you've always taught those around you, maybe your own children, maybe other people's children, perhaps there'd be something valuable for you with the Grief Recovery Method. You can look me up at griefrecoverywithrachelle.com. I'd be happy to get you in the next class and maybe teach you some new concepts that would be much more valuable for you as you go forward. I hope that you have a great day and find this little bit of information helpful.